Before we begin tonight's stream of the Galactica Sportsman series for Xfinity, um, I just want to say to all the competitors across Lightyear and to all the administrators and officials of all our many great series, I just want to say thank you all so much for being collective and staying with us through this hard time of no NASCAR. It's been hard for it's been chaos for a lot of other leagues around the community, and it's been hard to keep everyone with a straight focus on the future. But I'm happy to say that we're back in league racing's back on NASCAR, and I'm very happy to be presenting you with tonight's race of the Xfinity Series. With that being said, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Galactica Sportsman Series presented by Lightyear. I am your host for this evening, INF Captain Raid. Alongside me tonight in the booth is one Super Shifter. You got your audio included there, Shifter? Yeah?
What's up, guys? I'm ready to watch this race, and one of my first times commentating, so this ought to be pretty fun.
Yes, sir. We're glad to have you in the booth here with us, Shifter. Obviously, this isn't your usual broadcasting pair. I'm here for Speed Weeks. I'll be here in the Cup booth as well. Harvick will return next week. He's taking the night off. But for now, you have me and Shifter, and man, we got a lot to go over from when we last saw each other. Last season, it was Eagle taking home the Season 3 the Xfinity Series title, and I just remembered I mistitled the stream name. It's actually Season 4, not Season 3. I'm sorry about that. That was a mistake. But, anyways, a lot of changes happened over the offseason. A ton of new drivers have emerged into the Xfinity Series. I believe there are 9 to 10 rookies in the field of 24. It is a massive field. With that being said, let's go over really quickly all the teams and all the driver changes, starting off with Gadget Motorsports, aka Junior Motorsports. In the number 1 machine for this season is Who's Trash Can. In the 7 is Meso, who is a rookie this season. Also in the 8, a rookie, Shiny Cord. And the team leader of Gadget Motorsports is NASCAR Boy, who will be in the 9. And then going to Joe Gibbs Racing really quickly, team owner and leader Flashes takes over the Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota mantle in the 18. Myth will be reigning in the 19 in his campaign this season. Nicholas in the 20. Tatahead, a rookie, although not in the field today, will be filling that 54 spot. And their 61 car will be split between 3 different drivers, SP, LRS, and Ducky. All of which, just Ducky and LRS being the rookies. Colleague Racing with a bunch of changes. Team owner Heathen still in the 16, although with a new team leader with Ovo in the number 10. Days is in the 0 for them. Drake is in the 11, and HD makes his return to the Xfinity Series in the 21. For BJ McLeod Motorsports, it's a big change. LA Fatality, the team leader, making his first full-time run in the Xfinity Series. Chase's Green makes his long-awaited return to the Xfinity Series in the 13. Cloudy from the Truck Series moves up to the Xfinity Series, making his rookie campaign in the 66, followed by another rookie with AG Jaden in the 78 and B-Train, the team owner, in the 99 for BJ McLeod. And finally, the Penske Haas team, which is owned by myself, featuring rookie Bandit in the 12, Kills Phenomenal, the defending Truck Series champion in the 22, rookie Kilbo in the 32, myself in the 84, and the defending series champion Eagle in the 98. That be rounding up our full-time drivers listed for today, although with a few sub-drivers in for tonight. Glizzy will be subbing for Tatahead in the 54, as well as LRS, who will be going to the 32 for tonight, subbing in for Kilbo. That being said, Shifter, it's Daytona. It's the season opener. We haven't had league racing for the last, 6 weeks. What can we expect from our drivers tonight going into this long-awaited return? Shifter.
Uh,
Yeah, they're qualifying right now. Yeah. What can we expect from our Xfinity Series drivers tonight, having not like competed in 6 weeks, like almost 2 months? What can we expect from our drivers tonight in this Daytona race?
I believe it will start off pretty slow. Everyone's kind of getting used to everybody. There's a lot of people that no one's been around with, and you got to learn how each person drives and how much each person is able to handle their cars. So I say first stage, maybe first two, it's going to be kind of slow. You got to see a lot of single file racing. But once people get a little bit more comfortable with them cars, they get them feeling the right way, then you'll start seeing the heat wrap it up.
Yes, sir. And Daytona always producing quite the entertaining races. I believe it was B Train last season who was able to take the crown here at Daytona. I'll just fact check that real quick if you give me just 3 more seconds. No, it was actually Eagle in the number one for Gadget Motorsports as the defending race winner here. But obviously,
You
you got some super speedway drafters, kings, whatever you want to call them. Who would you say we can expect to see up towards the front?
I would say a lot about you're going to see the main ones that you see every single year. You're going to see Ova up there. You're going to see Heathen. I I don't believe Cone is racing no more.
Mm-mm.
Uh, but yeah, them are the two main ones that you're going to see. People are going to try to get in line with them because wherever the front is, they're usually going to be there.
Yeah, as a common theme from seasons from the past few seasons, I do believe it's been Gadget Motorsports that has won the last two races at the season opener here at Daytona. Both of which being different drivers, but coming into Daytona, we are accustomed to seeing the Gadget Motorsports drivers and occasionally their affiliate Gizmo or BJ McClellan, whatever you would wish to call them. We're accustomed to seeing them up towards the front and working together a lot. How are the drivers in this field going to have to work together to maybe break that up?
They're just going to have to try to separate them. I mean, once people that know each other, once they hook up, it's hard to break them apart. And once they hook up, it's extremely hard to get around. So people are going to keep that mentality of not letting people get hooked up to each other.
Obviously, ringleader of all that coup being led by B Train. Um, a lot of different rookies coming into this field. A lot of them coming from the Truck Series and ARCA Series. All of them moving up to this division and really filling this field. So, does any rookies in the field right now really strike your eye? Anyone tickle your fancy, interest you?
At the moment, I cannot say because I don't know everyone that's coming in. Uh, but this race right here will give a great example of what each rookie is capable of doing. And after this race, you'll know even if they don't finish well, you can see how they drive, how they react, how fast they can react, and that will kind of give an insight of how well their season's going to be.
Obviously, a lot can be told by super speedway. One's decision making, reaction strategy, who they're working with, and whatsoever. It's a big test, but everyone kind of on the even playing field. Can see some upset winners. We've seen upset winners in the past on the super speedways. Do you think that there's any dark horses in the field right now that maybe could have a chance to maybe sneak a win through and maybe crown themselves in victory lane?
Yeah, it's absolutely possible. Daytona, Talladega tracks like this, it's anyone can win. Even if you don't have the fastest car or the best strategies, things can fall your way like a domino effect, and you could be the one ending up in victory lane. That's just kind of how these tracks are. You're never out of it until that checkered flag flies.
You're never out of it, indeed. And well, I guess we have a semi-brief time period. We can go over really quickly the schedule for the season, as I'm sure you guys are interested in that. This season kicks off here today at Daytona, obviously. Oh, yeah, by the way, I just read the date. Happy April Fool's Day, everyone. Not that really anyone cares. But next week, we'll be at Iowa. So race 2 is at Iowa. Race 3 will be at Kentucky. Race 4 will be at Watkins Glen. Race 5 will be at Pocono. Race 6 will be Throwback Weekend at Darlington. Race 7 at Martinsville, Race 8 at Talladega, Race 9 at Indy Roval, and Race 10, the regular season finale, will be at Richmond. Then starting playoffs, although new to the playoffs this year due to, excuse me for 1 second, although due to us having to push back the series 3 weeks, we were going to originally debut the week of just 3 weeks ago, but that's when, coincidentally, the servers shut down. But because of this, our playoffs schedule has shifted a bit. So now for all 3 series, our playoff races there will only be 2 races per round. So for round 1, it will be Auto Club in Bristol. And for round 2, it'll be Chicagoland and Gateway. And our championship 4 races this year will be at New Hampshire, Road America, and Homestead. So obviously a very fun schedule for our Xfinity Series drivers. Definitely hitting a lot of different tracks, and just overall this series, I'm expecting this to be quite fun. We saw a lot of different winners come through last season, and it was quite a competitive field. And now we have even more drivers that are hungry to prove their worth and prove what they got to maybe earn themselves a shot in the Cup Series, which. Just a reminder to our viewers that will be about let's say 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes after the conclusion of the Xfinity Series broadcast. So you can catch me and AG Jaden in the booth for that race as well. But I believe train. This usually is going to be like this for a second. Train! Can you hear me, Train? Hello! Are you done with qualifying? How many more do you have left? Okay.
As you can tell, the tower is pretty far away.
Yeah, our tower's let's see. How far is the Pacific Northwest to southern Florida? It's basically the entire country. Entire country's length away. Our spotters are. I guess technically it's a studio. I don't know, but regardless of that, some other upcoming series that Lightyear's got going on. Just to shout out them. Like we said, the Cup Series next week. We'll begin season 4 of the Star Shock Truck Series. Super excited to have that series back. A whole overload on the drivers. Wait until you hear about that next week. We are going to see a lot of new faces in that series. But regardless of that, that's on Friday. Their season kicks off a week after this. I will be in the booth, of course, bringing you a third straight season of coverage, which I'm so happy that everyone allows me to keep my job. I didn't expect to be doing it this long. And then also after that Truck Series race will be round number 4 of the I guess technically it's the Starlight F1 series. I think that's what it's called now. Or just Formula Lightyear, whichever one works. Or of our Lightyear F1 series, which will be at round 4 at Azerbaijan. And then coming soon to Lightyear, also, actually, I think tomorrow we have Supernova. I'm pretty sure. Train! Let me ask the guy that's running it. Hey, Train! Can you hear me? Please respond to me. I know you can hear me. Stop giving me the cold shoulder.
We gotta fix these power lines to the tower.
We need to get better lines. Train, can you hear me? Confirm my existence. Please. Okay, I don't think he can confirm my existence.
Yeah. Well,
But
while we don't reply from the tower, I would like to say it's pretty cool to see Chase coming back.
oh
He,
yeah,
I know he's not ran very much, and me and him have used to have a run on together, but we've kind of worked all that out, and it's cool to see him back on track.
yes sir. It has been quite a while for Chase. He hasn't really been able to find the time to really compete and be with us, but now he's finally he said, "Hey, I'm committed. I can run this season, and I'm ready to give this another shot." And now he's back in the Xfinity and Cup Series, so you'll be seeing him later tonight. As a matter of fact, you'll be seeing Shifter in the race later tonight, right? Isn't that right, Shifter?
You will. I will be driving that number 21 Motorcraft.
Yes, sir. And just a very recent signing. Train, can you hear me now? Are you dying right now? Are you dying right now? And I can't let you die in peace. I need views. Actually, we need views. This isn't a me thing. We need views. Um, so what Supernova is that tomorrow? God, what do you mean? God save the Queen? She's dead.
Like that.
What?
That's
Don't be
dark.
offended, Liam. Is Supernova tomorrow? Thank, thank you, Train. Yeah, Supernova, our hybrid series, is tomorrow. Just another shout out for the series. They're gonna be running on Project Cars 2, I believe, right? Or
I,
is that
I
Project Cars?
believe that's correct.
Yeah, and
I
Gen
believe
6
so.
cars at Coda, so gonna be a fun one. Qualifying should be complete about now, so we're getting ever so close to the start of Season 4 in the Xfinity Series. It's gonna be fun. I'm going to,
Hmm.
I'm listening to the train talk right now. You heard that? That's my brother. Oh, yeah, right, I forgot. We got new admins. Days is an admin. And the new head of the NASCAR side of stuff, it's Heathen. So yeah, that's stuff. Where the heck?
That
Where?
isn't indeed some stuff. New admins, new owners. It's all pretty cool.
New everything. Can't find my other dude's view of this. Train, who's on pole? Or who's our top five? On pole tonight? You're cutting out when you do the accent. NASCAR Boy 88 and 9 is on pole for tonight here at Daytona, followed by no one. No one's following NASCAR Boy. It's a race of one. Race of one, all the fun, or whatever. I don't know how that goes. But
There's actually a race of 20 guys. Just Tower is really freaking out today.
yeah, it's kind of buzz. Train is very sick in the head and actually sick.
But don't worry, once we get this race start going, it'll start rolling along.
Yep. Just a heads up, I guess, since we can't really give
So
driver qual. Since we can't really get qualifying stuff up, drivers that are in the field tonight: AG Jaden, Ducky, B Train, Chase Green, Cloudy, Drake, Eagle. Someone just joined it. It was Drake. Yeah, Cloudy, Drake, Eagle, Bandit, Glizzy, Heathen, HD, Kills, Fatality, Flash, LRS, Nick, NASCAR Boy, Days, Ovo, Shiny, and Myth. All are racing today.
that's a lot of drivers and a lot of new names. So
A lot
it's
of
definitely
you're
gonna be interesting to see how everyone gets together.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys, well, not a lot of them, but a few of these guys are going to be in the Cup race as well. So that is going to be for a lot of these drivers, it's going to be a bit of a tune-up for them for the Cup race later.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely. I mean, they love to run these Xfinity races and sometimes even truck races just to get some extra practice in.
yes, sir. And I'll be doing 2 truck races myself this season as part of my broadcaster's contract. But those are for late, very. They're about middle of the season, not in the playoffs. So I will grace you guys with my presence at the playoffs, except for. You know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Um, it's not a topic I want to talk about now, but um, we're getting so very close to race time. Goodness, I'm sorry, you guys, for starting it so early. I thought I could talk more, but it's enough talk. It's time to race. We came here to race, and we are going to get ourselves a good race. So our drivers are just
We just
getting
got to
in
get the.
sliders, making sure everyone's here.
I do.
He's got his audio included. Nom 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 nom. I'm playing with a Pac-Man toy. Well, not a toy, but a little plush. Nom 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 nom.
It's all up the tower now whenever they get the drivers to start their engines and start pacing around the track. Once that happens, we
Gentlemen.
will be able to provide y'all a show.
Yes, sir. It'll be like, gentlemen, start your engines or something like that. Maybe Train should give the invocation or whatever. I got a message from one of our competitors, Gliz. Pac-Man rules. I agree. I wasn't talking to
You gotta
you.
love the hot dog over there.
Yeah. Wait, what?
It's Gliss.
Oh yeah. You'll see him on the labeled CCDN villain. It's weird because when he was D's Nugs, I told him he was Nugs. When he changed his name to a Glizzy, I called him Nugs still. But now when he changes his name to villain, I call him Gliz.
Absolutely.
This is it's so I'm so out of date with his name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gliz. It's
I am
villain.
hearing my now. I can hearing my name from the tower, and I am not sure what's going on.
Oh yeah, they're talking about you being in the Cup
They are
Series.
talking about me.
Hey, that's not allowed. That didn't. This violates his NIL, bro. We can't be doing that.
All right.
Yeah, it
They have
violates his
invited us to
NIL
the
deal.
race.
Oh, it will be Gliz soon.
Oh,
I'm waiting for Train to stop talking so I can ask a question. Gliz, if you're watching the stream, can I take that invite? Are you guys loading in?
no, not yet, not yet.
Okay. Oh
Because I
yeah.
already did, and they're still sitting there.
Oh, I can take that invite. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna trust you.
Let me know for sure.
Yep, that's a for sure. That's a for sure confirm, affirm,
All
whatever.
right.
It's gonna be NASCAR boy on the pole with Eagle alongside him. 60 laps, 50%, 2 times wear stages on. So I don't know what the cautions is. It's I don't know. Train's still talking over, so it's very hard for me to concentrate on my
Yeah, we
thoughts.
gotta
But
double check with the
I
tower how
believe
many
I
laps are in
believe
stage one.
I believe they're taking the green flag right now, but oh man, I mean, I'm not going to be in the booth for the rest of the season. I'm going to be out on the track for the rest of the season, but man, it is a great feeling to have racing back here on NASCAR Heat 5. Glad to have league racing back, and we're glad to be presenting it to you guys at home. Thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast. With that being said, I'm in officially now. But here we go. I mean, they're already on to turn 4 for me, but we are underway here for Season 4 of the Galactica Sportsman Series, and they're 2x2, like 5 rows deep. Outside lane prevailing Eagle is going to lead lap 1 from NASCAR boy. Nick's on his outside helping him. It's a huge train on the outside. A few cars have broken off in the back. I do believe that's, okay. So NASCAR boy's on pole, Meso's second. Who's all the way in the back? That would be... Kills Phenomenal. Oh, rookie, defending champion of the Truck Series. He's found himself in the back. That's Bandit working with Ovo and... Wait, Ovo's in the 10. Wait, okay, who's in the 11? 11 is who? Who's in that 11? That is Drake. They're all working together right now. They're all single file up at the front. NASCAR boy now leads as it is getting real shaky in the back.
As I predicted before the race even started, lap 3 of stage 1, and everyone's getting in that single file line to kind of learn what each person is capable of.
Yeah, and that is Myth up in second place in his new number 19. Then followed by, I believe, third place. Oh, don't believe. I need to figure this out because this is going to be annoying if I don't know. No, that is okay. That's LRS. That's AG. That's B-Train. That's Flash. Okay, that's Flash right there in the Rowdy Energy Machine as Myth gets shut out of the line. Cloudy up into Flash, and Flash up into Myth. Myth's up in the wall.
He's bouncing off the wall, but he's going to be able to come back down and stay within the pack. So
yeah, and oh my goodness, huge lag punch from up in front. I think that was Eagle to Flash, and Flash just killed the run from everyone in the back. Oh my. Yeah,
and
Eagle
that is going to bring that middle pack back up to them.
Yeah, that will. There's a huge pack working in the back. They are like stranded out, and that's B-Train on the back bumper of his protege, NASCAR boy, who's still leading from lap 2 on. So behind Eagle, that's going to be Cloudy in his debut, and Cloudy really got on that curb. You do not want to be doing that too often.
You've got 3 cars up high trying to make a second line for him. I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if more cars are going to jump in with him.
You got the 54 and the 20 working together right there. Those are Toyota teammates, and there's the 8 of Shiny in his debut. They're all trying to work, trying to get more adequate with themselves. There's the 13 chase screen really lagging right there. They are having to check up heavily for him, make sure that they don't kill him. As Eagle and everyone in front of him really squirrely train, just cutting off any aspect. And there's Gliz going down to the apron. He's pulling off. He is going to let everyone get back by him. So there's a G.
He absolutely did, and that middle group has kind of pulled back again, and you're back to 3 groups.
Yeah, it has. And oh my goodness, Chase's screen is lagging all over my screen. I think everyone from behind the 13 on back is just too afraid of the 13 to really do anything, because they're going to die if they even get behind him. That's why Eagle doesn't want to stay behind him, because he'll get killed.
And that may very well be true. He is absolutely surging here and there. And ultimately, they're just going to have to kind of shove him out of line and make him right from the back.
And right now, if you look at it,
you hate it, but
it's like we talked about early on in the broadcast. It's Gadget Motorsports and Gizmo have found themselves up at the front again with the 99.66 at Gizmo. And, oh, Cloudy almost tried to force his nose underneath B-Trains. She's got Shiny behind him pushing.
And don't look now, but you've got those 3 colleague cars together in that back group.
Oh, I forgot to say this on broadcast. We actually have a lag out already, and that's Meso in his debut, and he is already lagged out. That is really unfortunate, and Cloudy is just going to town on B-Train from what Train is like asking who is behind him right now, and because he's so afraid. What the heck's going on behind there? Shiny's just broken way back. I don't know what's going on back there. That is not ideal.
It absolutely is not. And you can see there they have kind of
Cloudy, and he's gonna save it.
And he's gonna save it.
He's gonna come back up into the front of the field though. He's gonna stay low, but that Train was talking about that Cloudy was getting all across his bumper, trying to poke his nose where it didn't belong. And, yeah, he found out. He messed around and find out. I can't say that word on air without getting yelled at.
And that right there showed a lot of awareness from the people in that middle group. That guy slid back up the track, and everyone was able to get around him with no contact.
Yeah, and that's shriveled their numbers down to just the 5 chases. Obviously, being a big barrier in blocking everyone else in that second pack. And that second pack starting to form. It's now Myth, AG, Drake, Flash, LA Fatality, and Cloudy. We're all now starting to get back together right there. And then
Ovo is headed down the pit road.
Oh, it does look like that. Ovo making
Looks like he might have an issue of some sort.
Unscheduled pit stop right there. And then we have another pack, which is of Ducky, Nick, HD, LRS, and Days. And then we got Bandit and Glizz drafting off in the back. And then that's all your packs right there. Stage points don't really matter off of the first race of the season. Everyone's just kind of trying to go for the win. That's at least what I told
I tend to disagree. Stage points absolutely matter. You can get to the end of the regular season and miss out on the regular season championship just by 2 points, and that can fall all the way back to the first stage at Daytona, where you had a chance to get 2 more positions, and that could have won you the regular season championship later on.
That is true, and as Train said, 5 laps to go when they cross the line. Train is swerving across the rear end of NASCAR boy. Those two seem to find each other very well, or very often.
Obo in that number 10 has come back out to the track. He is currently 1 lap down.
He will be the first car on the lead lap as AG has just gone through the grass. I don't know what the heck that was. Did AG just, there's a bang, and AG went into the grass on quite a wild ride for himself. I don't expect much movement up at the front. It's Shiny and Eagle and NASCAR Boy and B-Train. 4 laps to go at that line.
Yeah, I'd say once it gets to about 2 to go, you might see that 98 of Eagle start poking his nose out, seeing if he can get somebody out. He's
and Shiny tried to make a move. I think Train might have tried to go with them, but that was not... I think that was too early. They're at 4 laps to go. It's way too early to try to make a move.
Absolutely, and all that did was bring the 98 up to 3rd place, make it easier for him to make a run at him.
Yeah, and that's... Train, that's not a very nice comment to make. That's my driver. I want him fair and square. That being said, there was a lot of talk about, Eagle now separating those two, but Train is definitely not going to be leaving NASCAR Boys Bumper. At least I don't think. Shiny's probably going to, if given the chance, Shiny will probably go to the bottom.
Yeah, that 99 Train, he tends to not leave the leader up until it's the last lap of the whole race.
Yep.
He doesn't necessarily care about these stage wins. He just likes to ride up until the final lap.
And Train is also he's known to be quite helpful to his friends or his teammates. He likes to usually go and try and pretty selfless. I guess that could be something. That could be a comment to say. As they're coming, I believe, 2 laps to go.
And that should be correct.
Yeah, and Eagle tries to go up high, and like I thought, Shiny not going to come with him. Just sticks right at the bottom with the people he knows. Eagle tried to work
right now
Shiny. Train is saying he wants to play, and he wants to try and make moves, but I guess that's not working for him.
Here goes the 98 going up high again. Train's going to go with him. He's indecisive about it, and he ducks back down.
I think the move was too late there. He probably came out at a bad time. Oh my goodness, what was that? And that was anarchy right there.
Eagle's
NASCAR
going to
boy.
get by the 8.
Train's leaving the door open for Eagle to come right through.
He's going to get under Train.
He is going to get underneath Train, and Eagle is going to try and go high, and he's going to go low.
Will Eagle be able to get a run on this 9 car and be able to get around him?
You're about to see. I think they're coming to the green and white flag for the end of stage 1. Eagle's got to find his move. He's trying to go low. He's trying to go high. Train's going to try and go high with Shiny and Chase, but they don't got nothing.
He's going to need to lay off here and get a run down out of 4.
That's going to be his only chance, I believe. He tried to look high there. He's not backing off. Coming off of turn number 4. Train with a huge run. Train gonna get the help from Shiny. He's not gonna get there. And that's going to be NASCAR Boy winning
Eagle,
stage number
Train.
1. Eagle in second,
top
Train
3.
third, Shiny fourth, and Chase fifth.
Chase is 5th.
Myth 6th, Drake 7th, LA Fatality 8th, Flash 9th, and Cloudy 10th, I think. Or we might have to interchange those two. All those drivers getting their stage points as we get set to go for stage number 2.
And Nova in that number 10 should be getting the lucky dog here.
That is correct.
And be back on the lead lap.
Now, one thing on this restart that they're going to have to abide to is Chase Green's terrible lag. He has been having that issue. He's going to be right up at the front, so it is going to be pretty... I would say it's pretty... hurry. You want to hurry and get up in front of him, as NASCAR Boy and Eagle are 1 and 2, or front row starters of this race. We'll start up at the front again as we get set to go, and Chase is going to pull down, probably due to an order of the admins for his lag. But yeah, we are back racing here for stage 2.
Oh yeah, Chase is going to drop to the rear. He's just going to tag on to the back of the field and probably just ride around up until it gets to the later laps of this stage.
And you can already see this is pretty common here with the restarts at Daytona and super speedways, is everyone's starting to snake, trying to get back up to speed. NASCAR Boy getting a huge push from Train, and there's the breakaway we probably expected. 61 of Ducky getting up pretty far off that restart. That's a good start for him. Eagle suckered, I believe, up the middle and down to the bottom. As Ducky then followed by HD, who's got up to the front, and I believe that's Heathen up in the fence, and that's Heathen and Ovo.
It is.
Oh my goodness, it's a cluster in the back, and I can't get back there. There we go. Everyone's finally gotten back to one another, but that killed a lot of momentum for the drivers off in the back. That's going to be a 2-car breakaway in the back. Oh, Bandit's... Oh, yeah, Bandit had to go. I forgot about that. Bandit's out, and that's actually Chase and Heathen that are off in the back. Sorry.
It is indeed, and if you look already, everyone except second place is gotten down to that single file line.
Yes, sir. And
now you've got 2 cars jumping out to the outside, trying to get a run, but too many cars are on the bottom. It's just
Train tried to jump out high and make a move with everyone else, but that did not work. Everyone wants to keep on that bottom. That's going to move Shiny up in the second. Train's going to fall all the way to the back. Actually, he's going to get some help from LRS and HD. That's going to move quite a few drivers up the order. It's going to move Eagle back up into 4th and Drake up into P5. Shiny, I think Shiny just got roughed up by Ducky there because he's been shot out to the outside. Daze is up in the fence, out to the outside. He's going to collect him. No wreck.
They both hold it straight. They're going to be fine. It stays green.
Shiny just cut all the way in front of Nick, and he's going to... I don't know if he's going to let Train in here. I don't think Train... no, he is. He is going to let him. He's going to back up the entire field. And then, oh, he brake checked the whole field to let Train get back up in front of him. That's actually going to hurt him, and he's going to fall all the way back.
Helping out his teammate, ended up screwing him over.
Yeah, that's his
team. You got to watch out for that.
Team owner right there, Technical Alliance. And that's going to shoot... Yeah, it's going to shoot him all the way to the back. Not exactly the most advised move, but... whatever he wants to do. That's what actually moved AG up into P5. Glizz up into P6. Train's working with Nick now. I don't know how these guys continue to find each other. Nick's now going to the outside.
Shout out to Drake up there running in 4th as the lone colleague car.
Yes, sir. And usually we see colleague work pretty well together on these super speeders, but they have just been hammered with bad luck on the start. So it is just Drake doing an amazing job right now for colleague. Trying to get much needed stage points. He got some earlier in stage 1. And AG tried peeking to the outside, but that was a terrible mistake. And Glizz is just going to pounce right on that, go right underneath him. And actually, Train tried to go with him right there, but that hole just closed as soon as he got the chance. And I think, did I miss something right there?
AJ slid up into the wall, and he's on the slide to the back of the pack. He makes contact.
Down, and he spins it. And AG's just taking out LRS right there, and that's slowed down the entire pack. And LRS, oh shit, LRS is back up into the pack.
He's going to be fine. There is 8 laps to go in stage 2. I believe they will stay green because that is a single car spin, and everyone was able to get around them.
I'm sorry for my language. I just saw LRS was going back up into the pack, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it scared me. But I think that
Again,
just
the
took...
awareness of these drivers have been very good today.
Yes, sir. We'll applaud them for that. And I think that actually ended up doing something else. Nope, Train's just back there. Nugs is trying to make that outside lane work. No, he's going to poke down the inside. Still NASCAR Boy leading, who has led all but, I believe, 1 lap of this race. Is Nugs still going to the outside? I don't know what he's doing, but I think he might be trying to get behind Train. Oh, and Eagle tried to poke his nose underneath Ducky, and that did not work. Train shuffled.
We have another DNF. It is Bandit, number 12 Napa car. He must have had a mechanical failure, and he is done for the day.
Yes, sir. Oh, Eagle tried to go high with Drake, and I guess that's going to be a move. Drake is going to try and work with Eagle. No, he's not. He's going to leave Eagle left out to dry. Is Train going to try and make it work with him? No, he is not. And that'll subsequently put Eagle into the back. Move everyone else up 1. Like, coming to 6 to go.
Absolutely. And you've got NASCAR Boys still leading this field. He has led every single lap so far. And he is seeming to be the dominant car right now.
And I think a lot of this has to do with the fact no one is really wanting to make that outside lane work. I think it's a difference between Talladega and Daytona. I think a lot of drivers can agree. It is a lot harder, I think, to make the outside line at Daytona work than it is at Talladega. Because Talladega, you have a lot more room. And Daytona, there's not a lot of room to make those moves. So, especially for drivers trying to make that outside lane work, it's going to be really hard for them to do it. They're just going to take a big effort. As you can see in the back,
it absolutely is.
Flash and Nick tried to make something pop out, but that did not work.
Yeah, you see 3 guys go to the outside to try to get around this bottom line. And the only way that's really possible to do at Daytona, you have to be right against that wall.
Oh, Drake, what are you doing? Drake cut off Myth's nose. Myth's in the grass, and he saved it, but I don't know what Drake was doing right there. He just completely took Myth out. Or not completely took him out, just cut him off.
Yeah, he may have been told that he was clear, and when they come back down to drop back in line, and he was not. But Myth does live to race another lap.
I think from what I've heard is Myth was possibly on the apron trying to make a legal move. That's...
Gotcha.
Okay, well, I got confused there. No.
But yeah, back to making the outside work. You have to be right against the wall to get that side force on the right rear quarter panel. That right there is going to kind of help your speed throughout the corner and give you a better runoff. You could do that, or you can try and pinch that bottom lane down, get them side drafted throughout the corner to where you maintain that higher speed. Flash is bouncing off the wall. He's going to be able to slide back in. He will lose the lead draft, though.
That was not going to work for Drake. No one came up with him, but can he get connected with his colleague teammate? Yes, he can. Actually,
and
Eagle's going to
poke his back out.
Yes, he is. Eagle's going to get right back underneath him. Although everyone, as long as they don't wreck, should get a top 10 stage points. NASCAR Boy just not even having... I don't think he's having to lift a finger right now. He's got it all...
back in behind Nick. And about the 6th position.
Coming to the closing stages of stage number 2. I think hold back just a little bit.
Gets a little loose out of turn 2 right there, but he's able to hold on to it.
And there's, I believe, Drake and LA Fatality went a little low. I'm trying to just chill out for a second. A little bit of a gap.
Everyone's trying to gather their speed back up, get back in the line, get the momentum back going.
And that's 61. Oh, Train tried to go look low on Ducky, but that did not work.
Here
And
comes
oh my gosh,
Fatality
that's actually
trying the
gonna. What
outside.
in the world? Where did Fatality come from? What the heck? Wait, what the heck? The 61 just took the 5 out! What the heck? How did the 54 get there?
61 definitely came up in that 5 and put him in a wall. Looks like the 5 is going to be able to get back behind Drake and be able to keep this lead draft.
I don't know first of all, how did they even generate that run? There was just 2 people. I think NASCAR might have stepped on the brakes a bit, but I'm not sure. That was weird. What the heck? Oh, big line on the outside forming. Here comes another big run with the 10 of Ovo on the outside. I think that was to end stage 1, but oh my goodness,
NASCAR boy just stage 1 winner.
That was a very freaky incident right at the end. Big pushes coming from Villain. You saw there on the last lap, Villain was giving huge pushes to like ALA Fatality and Ovo. Both got him up to the front. But NASCAR made the right blocks. Might have actually gotten them some damage.
And we do apologize about not calling the white flag when they hit it. We did not actually receive a lap count.
Sir, we apologize.
But NASCAR boy is your stage 1 and now stage 2 winner. Will he win stage 3?
So as we're coming into stage number 3, the final long stretch of the day, no cautions so far this race. If it goes caution-free, LA Fatality actually going to be the leader. I don't know if he pitted or not, but that's actually going to shake a few things up. As we hit the Geico restart, zone. Here we go. We're racing to the checkered flag, and Train's going to let NASCAR boy get down inside.
And here we see something new. NASCAR boy is not leading this pack. How does he do in the draft? Is he able to push?
We're about to see a bunch of contact in the back. Everyone's still snaking. Probably get a better view of that. There we go. Outside lane still trying to generate speed, but they can't off the starts. So we're about to see how Fatality can effectively lead this, and this is also for a lot of drivers last chance. Heathen might already be out of the draft, and we haven't even entered turn 4. Ovo shoots Nugs up the track.
Heathen has kind of been laying back this whole race. I'm not sure if he's planning on there being a late race caution and using some kind of pit strategy to just jump his way back up to the front with that.
Yeah, and obviously with this, if this does end up going green for the rest of the race, we are scheduled to make 1 pit stop for I believe fuel. I'm not sure on tires. Some people are able to make it on tires. Oh my goodness, I just heard someone bang in the back. Oh, there's
depending on the setup, some people will make it on tires, some will need to take those right side tires.
What?
And that right there can be the difference between winning this race and not.
What in the world is going on in the mid-pack? Drake and Nugs and HD have a weird combo right there. And there's AG and Heathen and I believe one more driver have all kind of backed off there as Fatality's going to pull out wide.
Yeah, I believe NASCAR boy actually got his left rear quarter panel and got him a little bit loose, and he was able to slide up the track. And he is going to slide pretty far back down this line.
Oh, Shiny's just forced Cloudy below the yellow line, and Shiny's up on the apron, and he's hit kills. Oh, and there's more people on the wall. HD's up into LRS. LRS is spinning, and AG has to take avoiding action. Is Heathen involved? I don't think so. LRS is completely destroyed. That was Shiny put a bad block on Shiny put a bad block, and that person came up and completely took out LRS. That was not pretty.
Yeah, bad blocks are going to play a big part in this race, especially coming down to the end.
Look at this. A lot of cars have now fallen out of the pack, and without how single file this race has been, it's unlikely to shake that. So I think the smallest mistake is definitely has a very big consequence on your race. And actions as Train got loose. I think Ducky's going to let him back in. Yeah, he is. Did not jump on that. That's very respectful.
And that right there is really going to scare the people in behind them. The 10 car of Ovo has to check up, which checks up Drake and Eagle. Yeah, fatality. That is my bad.
A lot of drivers kind of staying a little loose on the field, and they're just not trying to go bumper to bumper.
You have Flash coming up here, and he's currently riding behind LA Fatality.
Yeah,
in that Toyota Supra.
That Toyota Supra, yes, indeed. Ducky on his debut right now for that 61 All-Star car, which will be split between a varying amount of drivers, including SP and LRS. The train is really loose. And one thing I'm thinking about, because towards the end of this race, I think it's apparent that train is not going to be leaving that 9 car's rear bumper, so I think it'll come down to the end matter of will train be willing to make another move and try and pass the 9, or is he just going to try and stick behind him? So you're sticking to that rear end. Until you pit, you're not going anywhere.
And I believe that. He will stick behind that 9 car up until they pit, and once they come out of pit road and they get with them, then 2 to 3 laps left of the race, it's all, everyone's for themselves.
How many laps, train? And how many laps until pits? $22 laps to go, and then we got around 10 laps until pit road. Ducky got shoved out by Eagle, and Ducky's gonna merge back up in front. Drake had to take avoiding actions up in the front. That was weird right there. And Ducky's gonna try and go around Drake. Shiny is all sorts of loose, getting pushed by Cloudy. And, well, like you heard Train said, he is going to stick behind that 9 car up until at least pit stops, from what we know. But, big note on the on pit stops. I think is pretty. I would say not pretty relevant, but like I would say it's pretty important, having been in the races. NASCAR boy is I would say pretty notorious for getting either screwed or screwing himself on entering pit stops. He does not like entering pits, and he has lost a lot of these super speedways because of that. So that's a whole nother thing, is speeding on the pit road. We're getting hit.
At these play tracks, you have to be almost perfect entering and exiting pit road, because all it takes is a little bit of wheel spin, a little bit of brake slide, and you could speed on a pit road and lose 15, 20 seconds just by doing that.
Indeed.
And also, if you're going in too slow, you have the opportunity of somebody hitting you from the back end and getting you loose and getting you sideways. And that could possibly make you lose the lead.
I'm going to go to the restroom really quickly, but I'm going to leave you with NASCAR boy and his trail. Super Shifter, you can take over real quick.
Yeah, NASCAR boy is still leading. You still have Train pushing him in second. You've got Eagle in the 98 in third. You have Prime in the 20 running in fourth, and you have Ovo finishing out your top 5. You've got number 5. You've got the number 5 of Fatality heading down pit road right now, off sequence with nobody else. Trying to get an update on Fatality to see. He is the only one on pit road, so he's not going to have any drafting help when he exits.
I come back in the field split. What the heck?
Fatality headed down pit road, and that kind of separated the pack.
Imagine there's LRS getting past. Well, so up at the front now, it's Ovo, Nick, Eagle,
Prime
Train.
and
All of these drivers are former winners in the series, except for that. Oh, yeah, Fatality's exiting off pit road. Oh my! That didn't have.
That
It didn't have to be
was,
that. It did not have to be that close. It really
yeah,
didn't.
that was a little tight. Went off,
It was a little
but
sketchy. Oh, and this is
but
gonna break up the
everyone's
second
okay.
pack, is it? No, it's not.
No.
Well, what the heck is going up in the front? Are they trying to split and go high? I think they are. Eagle's going up with Nick and Ovo trying to work the outside, and B-Train's gonna hit Eagle, and Ovo's gonna move back down to the bottom.
The 2v3, but Ovo has a big old push to the back of that 99.
Yeah. I do need to say fair props to Nicholas. He actually has a mind of his own now. Because
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to see the development of Nick on the super speedways and everywhere he goes. He would always follow B-Train, and I thank Nick for adapting and learning and being better and making moves. So Nick,
Oh, absolutely.
it's always good to be learning. But oh hey, yeah, but that one actually might come back to bite them because Ovo's gonna get a pretty huge run here and not do anything with it.
He will not, which, seeing that Fatality has pitted, they're probably within the next, I would say, 5 to 7 laps coming down pit road, if not sooner.
I agree. And one thing that also is good for them is this is a 5-car breakaway. It makes it that much easier to make it on pit road for these guys.
It absolutely does.
And one other thing you got to note is that we have a Gadget Motorsports, a Gizmo Motorsports, a colleague, a Joe Gibbs Racing, and a Penske driver up at the front. All 5 of the teams are represented by one driver up in the top 5.
Which that should make the finish of this very interesting because nobody is dedicated with the teammate.
If we know relationships here, B-Train is the owner of the 9 cars, so they're basically teammates right there. So that'll be interesting to watch towards the end. But as far as everyone in the back, Nick, I don't know. Everyone's going to want to get this win. Ovo hasn't won since, I believe, his debut race at Dover. And Nick's never won ever, and Eagle's the defending champ. All of these guys are hungry. Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah, NASCAR Boys
And
never
you
won
know
on a super
Eagle,
speedway.
you know Eagle wants to go out here and win that first race. He won the championship last year, and he wants to show that he is still as fast and just as capable as he was the season before. And going out and winning the very first race does a lot to the rest of the field.
Oh, and we actually already had pit stops. AG, HD, and Days all made pit stops and are now merging onto the... not merging onto the track, but on the pit road now. Letting other guys by, obviously, as you would do.
That was the rear pack that came in the lap before.
One thing I'm thinking about is we gotta look back at the second pack. They are really far back. I mean, they are half a straightaway in the back. They have lost a ton of ground due to like people not being able to push.
Yeah, they have been
Eagles
kind of
really
scattered.
Eagles backing off right now.
Yeah, that second pack, they've been bumping around each other. They've not been hitting very square, and that's been getting each other loose. And that has just pulled that lead pack further and further away from them.
Also, a lot of this also...
And each time they do that, they just see their chances of winning kind of fade away.
Yeah, that's very true. I think it's pretty evident something is in order, needs to be in order for them to be able to get back up to the front.
Absolutely, but you always have that domino effect.
10 laps to go is when no more manuals are going to be called. Train is the ringleader of the group, is calling for a pit stop in the coming laps, citing that they're losing time, which I don't know how. I mean, there's this huge pack, by the way. Oh! Kills got into AG! I don't know what that was. I think there was a checkup, and Kills got up into AG, and Fatality's up in Kills now. What in the world? Big, I mean, this is a big pack in the back, and then we have, what? Okay, I just thought I saw Kills almost die. Chinese still there.
Yeah, but that right there, that is costing them more and more time. I hate to see single file racing, but when you're in that second pack, you have to, in order to catch that lead group if you're wanting to win this.
Yeah,
And
but
right now, with that separation between the leader of that pack and last, it's going to be really hard.
oh, we have a second pack pitting right now, or I guess that's CB, Drake, Shiny, Flash, and I can't see that,
And
but I think that's
Ducky,
Ducky. Yeah.
they're all coming down pit road.
We got a lap
So,
car, I believe, up ahead. That is
so these
Heathen, I
leaders
think.
should be coming within the next lap or two. I would keep an eye out on them.
Yes, sir. Where? That's not Heathen. Not this time. They call. I think that's actually. I think that's Chase that's in front of him. I don't know. A lot can, depending on who that lap car is, that can actually help a lot. If someone else is in there, we got lap cars coming up. Oh, are they? I don't know. They merged onto the track pretty early. Oh, they're on the racing surface. Oh, they're gonna have to take evasive action here. Oh, geez,
Yeah,
NASCAR boys going high. They're all gonna
which
go
they
high. Trains
are
up in the
allowed.
wall. That's gonna slow down everyone else in the back. That was.
But they
I
are
don't know.
allowed to come up on the track in turn one as long as there's nobody entering turn one at that point in time.
Yeah, but I don't know about that. That was pretty dangerous. I mean, people were very much coming. Oh, train's coming into pit road. Is anyone else going to follow? Let's see here now.
That
Coming
should
into
bring
pits.
in.
Everyone's coming in. NASCAR boy going real low. Make sure they got to make it onto pit road. Anything to report, train? No penalties, no nothing. Everyone made it on clear. No penalties from what they've heard. Everyone made it onto pit road nice and dandy. Now another thing is going to be exiting pit road. A lot can also affect this race on exiting. Who takes what and how do they exit off pit road? Be on board Eagle. I think Train should get out first. Oh no, NASCAR boy's going to get out first. No, Train's actually going to beat him out. And here we go. It's going to be a matter of if they can get set back together. NASCAR boy cannot get back to B Train. Train's going to have to check up. They're all merging back up onto the track. No cars seem to be close. Eagle might have lost the toe. Yeah, Eagle's lost the toe.
Yeah, that second back has fallen pretty far. They're just now entering turn one.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to. I think what they're trying to do is they're actually trying to bring Eagle back into it, and they're trying to break away from these guys, and they're going to try and have it just be NASCAR boy and Train. They're trying to get Eagle back into them, and so it's going to try and be a 3-on-2. NASCAR boy.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to just beat them two teammates with just two other guys. You're going to need a third car to be able to form that run on the outside.
That is true. But another thing is that Train, I would say arguably from the last few restrictor play races, has proven that he is probably the fastest super speedway car by itself. And NASCAR boy is, I don't know how good of a pusher NASCAR boy is. Trains are usually the best pusher. But if you look in the back, there is that second pack. They are pretty far back, so it is going to be very hard for them to actually make it back to them. However, there's still a decent amount of time left in this race. They can maybe make something happen.
They're going to need them three cars to catch these two, and them get side by side and start racing each other. Them forming that side draft will definitely slow down the straightaway speed, and second pack, if they can carry that momentum, they may very well catch them.
You know, that's going to matter. And Train claiming he has a plan. But all that's going to matter is... I like that Train. I heard Train's like Train letting NASCAR boy know to let them know when they're in their mirror because they are gaining quick. And I believe Train's idea is to let them catch up and maybe try and block this because they're going to be coming with a huge run right here. Here we go. We're going to be on board Eagle with this. We got people exiting off of pit road. Oh, right onto the middle of the track. Almost going to go high. Oh, he's going to run up into the fence. LRS is on the track. He's going to have to go low. Train's going to hit NASCAR boy. Train's going to go out wide.
That right there separated them two.
And that is going to be the crucial factor that separates the two of them completely. I think Eagle has a little bit of front end damage, but yeah, that got a few of them up into the wall. They just split and then just try to block. And Train got hooked on Eagle's bumper, just chilling out in the back, and that's Heathen. That's Heathen that's up in front. That could be crucial. His teammate Ovo up in this main pack. What is Heathen gonna do? Eagle puts a block on Train. Ovo's gonna go high. He's gonna get the draft from his teammate, but no one's gonna go with.
He's gonna fall back to 5th in that line.
Yes, he is, and that's actually gonna put Nick up into 2nd. But Heathen's gonna fall back. He's gonna go right behind Ovo. But has Ovo fallen back too far? No, he hasn't.
Ovo will be fine.
Can Heathen get back to his teammate? That might have been it. He could have, if he gets to him, that could be huge in the outcome of this race. But Train, how many laps do we have left in this race? 4 to go. I heard 4 to go.
Yeah, that second pack is not going to be able to catch them unless the front pack, all 5 of them, have a really big issue.
And Heathen got to Ovo. Heathen's going to be helping that sand car. He has like that collie car. Oh my goodness, they're super unsteady right there.
That middle pack just had a big moment there. 3 cars made contact being 3 wide. They were all able to save it, and they carry on.
If you look out up in the front, there are a few lap cars. There's about a lap car, I believe, up in the front, and that is Myth. And they're coming to 3 laps to go here in the season opener of the Xfinity Series. Heathen's going up high with Ovo, but does anyone dare make the jump to the outside? They don't have the run for it.
Really hard there to get that side draft on that 99 to slow that that line down, but it was just too much momentum down there.
The wild card here is definitely Nicholas. Nicholas not usually up here that often, but is also known for being a super aggressive driver. What move is he willing to make on NASCAR where these two have history with one another? And B-Train's actually going to back up. B-Train's going to back up with the colleague guys right now. What do they have in mind?
If Nick and Eagle can time it just perfect, and that 10 of Ovo and 16 of Heathen, they pull out at just at the right time, they can get a big run on that outside and be able to get around the 9 before that 99 is able to get to the 9 car.
Train, 2 laps to go, right? 2 laps to go right now. They're coming to 1.5 miles to go, or laps to go, as Ovo's hitting B-Train right now. That's slowing them both down. Ovo's going to have to get back up in the main pack. Heathen's actually going to get side by side now with the main pack. And as they're going to come around turn number 4, 48 laps down, coming to 49. We are coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Daytona. Ovo and Heathen are trying all that they can right now, but they can't get anyone to come up to that outside. What is Nick gonna do? Nick isn't backing off. He's not trying to build a run right now.
He is not. He might be waiting for that last turn, making sure that Train cannot get a run.
There's the move. There's the move. Oh, NASCAR boy put Nick up in the wall, and that wrecks B-Train. They're side by side for the race lead. Where does Ovo go?
Eagle's gonna get a big old run around the 9.
He goes high.
Here comes Ovo.
He's going to have the help on the outside. NASCAR boy's going to try and pinch, but he's not going to have the help.
Well, Ovo
turn 4, it's a nightmare for Gadget and Gizmo. Eagle's going to cross the line. He's going to win Daytona for a 2nd year in a row. Unbelievable. It was a bad block by NASCAR boy that put Nick up into the wall and caused Train and him to get from the pack, and it cost him the race allowed for colleague race. Yep, that was the only ones they didn't lead. Big mistake right there from NASCAR, costed him the race. Colleague Racing chose to go with Eagle, and Eagle gets his first win for. Yeah, I'm in the booth, baby. Let's go, my boy. That's why I signed this guy. Defending series champion gets right back where he left off.
When you're doing those bad blocks, you have bigger risk than you do reward.
Yes, he
And
does.
ultimately, he ended up with the risk.
Just for note, that is, I believe it's still, is Eagle with the win, Ovo is second, NASCAR Boy is third, Train is fourth, and Nick is fifth. But that has gotta itch NASCAR Boy. He led basically the entire race and made a big mistake at the end.
Absolutely. Oh, fatality led.
Well,
Fatality
what happened
led a
when you were
couple.
leading? You were leading a lot. Yeah,
Fatality
you did.
led.
You were up, but NASCAR was pushing you. Yeah, he was. Are you stupid? When they split off into threes? Yeah, no.
And fatality led a couple when he took them 2 tires on that
Fastest
restart.
lap of the race goes to Shiny. And you're going to be hearing from your top 3 of Ovo, NASCAR Boy, and Eagle. Ovo and NASCAR Boy. And man, that is going to be a tough pill to swallow for the 9. But we got Ovo and Eagle here. Hello, gentlemen.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Talk to the booth.
And we was just talking high enough about winning that first race, showing a lot to the field.
Yes, sir. It shows us right where we left off. Hello, gentlemen. If you would please include your audio. We're going to get interviews rolling here. We're going to start here with the third place driver here of NASCAR Boy. NASCAR Boy, you got a copy?
Sadly.
Well, NASCAR Boy, I guess it could be compared to like Nick Sanchez in the Texas race earlier today. A flawless race from you up at the front, no mistakes, led basically the whole race. And just towards the end, it was one mistake that led to another and got you into third. Talk me through what you could have done differently.
I couldn't have done anything. When there's a lap car pushing the other 2 cars that you're battling, and it's basically a 3v1 because Nick tried to go to my outside. On my screen, I didn't hit him, but then all I saw was him swerve down, then he went up into the wall, he hit Train, and it was over from there. But, yeah, when there's a lap car pushing the other 2 cars, and, you know, you're begging for help on the inside, and they're just leaving you out to dry, and there's nothing we can do. Probably going to be the same thing in the Cup race, so, I don't know. I really don't.
Based off of how...
Train? That means...
Oh, no. Okay, sorry. But it was Train talking something. Anyways. Yeah, that confused me a lot.
Just mute him.
Yeah, just mute him. Yeah, that's right. So Mr. NASCAR Boy, you picked up where you left off at the end of the season. You showed a pretty good. No, that's not pretty good. It's a great race today. Unfortunately, just couldn't wrap it up. But congratulations on your third place, and congrats on a great start to your season. Shifter, would you like to take Ovo?
Sure. Ovo, my man, coming in that second position. Even in the first stage, you taking that off-pace pit stop and getting you a lap down. How was you able to battle back from that and get the second?
I really the reason why I had to pit in the first stage was I kept getting, like, the 22 car was really lag. I got lag punched and I lost the draft. So I was like, whatever. I'll just go ahead and pit and get a head start on my adjustments and just go lap down. I saw I would be the only lap down car, so I was like, okay, I'll just take the penalty. Then I just kind of just rode there. People started dropping off because they kept trying to make moves. I made my way into the top group, and then it was the top 5 of us there. Me and Heathen didn't plan on him coming back and dropping back and helping. It just kind of happened that way in that race. It did help a lot. But yeah, it was. I mean, you can complain about having a lap car come push and all that as much as you want, but it's the nature of super speedway racing. It happens. He was my teammate. He wasn't going to leave me for anything. But like a P2, great start to the season, which I could have got more points. I feel like I could have got points in that first stage if I didn't get lag punch. I feel like I'm a decent super speedway racer. So overall, good race. Wish I could have won, but I'm glad I was able to push the winner. I mean, first loser. I don't really care. Fuck Ricky Bobby. Um, yeah, but good race. Good race.
Yeah, congrats, man. And yeah, he's been helping y'all out. I mean, that's a teammate. It's happened in reality. It's happened former times in this league. And like you said, that's just part of plate racing. A teammate gets back to the lead just because they're a lap down doesn't mean they're not going to help their teammates.
Yeah, I get where NASCAR boys coming from, being a little bit. I don't know what that move was that was going on between Nick and B Train there, but I mean, it is the nature of plate racing, so he can be a little bitter over it, but it'll be fine. I know he's going to be up front most of the season, like he was last season. He'll be fine.
Oh, absolutely. He had a lot of speed today, but so did you.
Yes, sir.
Fair enough.
Yep. Thank you. Sorry, I was just texting someone. Anyways, that leads us to our race winner, Eagle. My driver. Do you have a copy, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Eagle, my man, defending series champion, makes the switch from Gadget over to Penske and picks up right where he left off. Talk to me about your race, Eagle. How'd you think your race went?
Well, it started out pretty good. We were running up front most of the time, just riding around, basically trying to make some stuff happen. But yeah, just having some fun up there, and then pit stops happened. Bit of an interesting call, but we got out all together. Big shout out to Nick for not leaving me behind because they were going to pull away from me, but big shout out to Nick for picking me up and keeping me with the pack. So we were running in line. I was running behind Nick, hoping he would make a move, and he ended up doing it on the backstretch, a little bit of the instant with him and NASCAR boy, and I just took the advantage, went to the outside, and I was screaming at Ovo to come with me. I was like begging him, and he did. So we rode by on the outside, and the rest was history.
Yeah, and talk to me more about that last lap. Were you planning that move, or were you planning on something to happen? What could you have thought to do in that situation in your position?
Well, to be honest, I was just riding in third. I was gonna accept third, to be honest. I wasn't really planning to move because I didn't know if Nicholas was gonna make a move or not. But he ended up doing it, and then when all that happened, I just took the opportunity because NASCAR boy had slowed down a little bit, so I took the opportunity, went to the outside, and got by him with help from Ovo. So I did not plan on it at all, but it just worked out in my favor.
Well, Eagle, at first of all, as your boss and owner, thank you for this. Yeah, hey, just say that first. But you got now. I'll leave the floor to you. If you want to take the time to say thank you to anyone you'd like to shout out, thank you. The floor is yours to do such. You earned it, man. Congratulations.
I'd like to shout out Ovo for pushing me there because I thought he was going to go with NASCAR boy at the beginning. But I'd like to thank Ovo for that. I'd like to thank Nick for being my friend the whole race. We were together most of the time. We worked pretty well together. And I'd like to thank INF for picking me up and putting me in the 98 car. So that's basically it.
Well, huge congratulations to you again, Eagle, on your win here at Daytona. Back-to-back wins at Daytona, winning last season's season opener, and now winning this season's season opener. Well,
And can I take over now?
yeah, Shifter, go
Talk
for
to
it.
Eagle for a little bit. Eagle, my man, the most recent champion in the Xfinity Series, my former teammate in the Cup Series. I was telling INF earlier in this race, I believe it was in the first stage, that the best thing that Eagle can do right now, being the most recent champion, is winning the first race of the season, showing everybody that you've still got the speed, showing everybody you've still got the skill. How do you feel after all that?
I feel pretty good. I feel like, I send a message that I'm not done, and I am I'm chasing for glory basically in this series. I'm ready to go out there and win more races.
That's the spirit, man, and I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you, buddy.
You'll be working with him in, well, maybe, but yeah, working with him in just a few minutes because we're about to get the Cup Series kicked off in just about 20 some minutes.
Yeah, I better
Racing.
run and put my fire suit on. I gotta go.
Shifter, you're racing?
Yeah, he
I
is.
am.
He's racing for me.
Oh, well,
But,
I didn't think you would race.
Well, that I'll just end the stream for y'all real quick. That will do it for us here at the Galactica Sportsman Series. Thank you all so much for tuning into this broadcast of the season opener here at Daytona. I'm not going to be in the booth for the rest of the season, so you'll see me out on track. Harvick will be in the booth next week doing his usual thing, but for now, I am your voice for Speed Weeks INF. I'll join alongside Shifter tonight, and as always, take it easy. And we'll see you at the 500. I had to add that in there.